Norway is slowly becoming one of my favorite countries. Today we're going to be spending a few hours in Bergen, Norway's second biggest city. Today's going to be a really chill day, to be honest, because I don't have a plan. We're just going to wing it, just going to walk around the city and see what we find. I did come here last year on a cruise, so this is my second time, but the day that I came here last time, it was the day of the Bergen Marathon, and the start line was right here, so the whole city was pretty much shut down. So this is the first video that I'm going to film in Bergen, and I'm excited to see it. And if you have not been keeping up with the videos, I'm currently on an 18-day cruise on board the Costa Diadema, and yesterday we were in Flam, Norway. Today we're in Bergen, Norway, and tomorrow we're in Kristiansand, Norway. And like I said, I absolutely love Norway, but I would never live here. Number one, I would not survive the winters. It gets so cold here. And number two, it's so expensive. I have no idea how people live here. It's just crazy expensive. Wasn't sure what the weather was going to be like today, to be honest, because tomorrow we were supposed to go to Stavanger, but that port got cancelled because of bad weather. So that got changed to Kristiansand. So I wasn't sure what the weather was going to be like today, but it is beautiful. There's a slight chill, but it's very, very, very nice. And yesterday, we had a beautiful day yesterday in Flam, Norway. Go and check that video out, because I think that is one of the most beautiful places I've ever seen in my life. It was mind-blowing. Very, very different to Bergen, because Bergen's all about the city, but Flam is just, I can't even describe it. It was amazing. That was yesterday's video. But to be honest, it's my favorite thing to just get to a new city and just walk around, just see how people live their lives, check out the local streets. Is my favorite thing to do. And like I said, I've been here once before. I had this picture of Bergen in my mind, and it's not the port that I remember, so I have no idea what port I was thinking of. But there is a lot of history here. There's a lot of history to do with sailors and fishing and colorful buildings. And if you want to see some of the most beautiful women you ever see in your life, then come to Norway. They are absolutely everywhere. I think there's a few cruise ships in Bergen today because there's so many tourists walking around. The streets are very, very busy. So Bergen is the second biggest city in Norway. Of course, number one is the capital city, Oslo. And I've even been told by Norwegians, do not go to Oslo. It does not represent Norway, and it's 100% true. If you're going to visit Norway, then I would highly recommend don't go to Oslo, go somewhere else. The sign there says Lands Tivoli, and I wonder if that's related to the Tivoli amusement park in Copenhagen, Denmark. So I'm going to say the same thing about Norway that I said about the Netherlands. Is the Norwegians and the Dutch, they speak very, very good English. They're probably some of the best English speakers who are not native speakers, but none of the signs in Holland or in Norway are in English. I'm going to try and say the Norwegian words for the places that we're going to go today, so sorry if I say it wrong. I'm not Norwegian, okay? So we're going to visit the Bergenhus fortress, and that right there is the Rosenkrantz Tower. So the Bergenhus fortress is Norway's oldest and best preserved fortress. Man, this area is beautiful. I love these naked trees. By the way, Bergen is a very, very convenient cruise port. It's literally a 5-10 minute walk from the port right into the city. We have been so lucky with the weather today. It is beautiful. Sorry if you can hear a little bit of the wind. It's a bit windy today. That right there is the Viking Sky cruise ship. It's so small, you got to be rich to go on Viking. It's very, very expensive. I wonder if they have paper menus in the restaurant. I think they do. I'll give you an example of the Norwegian language. Snekkerbrachen. I can't even guess what that means. I have no idea. Yes, the Bergenhus fortress is extremely old, but we can find older. Let's go to the oldest building in Bergen. Built in the 12th century, that is Bergen's oldest building. That is St. Mary's Church. Let me try and say the Norwegian. It is Maria Kirken. Maria Kirken. Not sure if I can get inside. The door is open, so let's see. Nope, I got rejected. They're about to start a service, but it's definitely been restored because it doesn't look that old. The roof is brand new, but that is from the 12th century. I wonder how much of it is actually from the 12th century. Let's walk the streets a little bit. It's so nice. I like the roads. It seems like every street has these stones. Not good for wheeling a suitcase, but looks very nice. Do you see the pointed roofs? I assume that's for the snow, so the snow doesn't get stuck on the roof. Going back to Oslo for a second, and when I went there and I made a video, so many Norwegian people told me that don't judge Norway because of Oslo, and I was like, it's the capital city, like how can you not judge a country on its capital city? They was like, yeah, the rest of Norway is so much better than the capital city, but I definitely believe it. It was so dirty, homeless people everywhere. I did not like Oslo at all. So I just had a random thought, something I never ever thought about before, and I was thinking about cars driving down here when it's icy and snowy. Maybe the stones are less slidey. Maybe that's why they keep the roads with stones, to help with the ice. I don't know. There's another Tesla over there. Another thing I have noticed is there's so many electric vehicles. Look at this corner. That's cool. There's so many electric vehicles in Norway, and maybe it's a lot more efficient to use electricity than gas stations, because I don't remember seeing any gas stations, to be honest, so maybe most people have electric. It is definitely a lot busier at the port area than up here, and there's a 7-Eleven. Oh my gosh, look at this little street. Looks like it's from Victorian times or something. That is so cool. The wooden houses. Wow, this is amazing. This is the kind of stuff that annoys me. You have one of the most beautiful tiny little streets you've ever seen, and then you have this rubbish. What is the point? Like, why do people do this crap? Like, I don't get it. Like, you're literally gonna ruin a beautiful street like that and then do that. Like, whoever did that, are you happy with your work? Does it make you feel good? I don't get it. It's stupid. Yeah, I like this area. It's so nice. It's so peaceful. I'd like to see it when it's snowing. I don't like the cold, but I'd like to see it. I am not sure what's in there. It says it's open, so I think I can go in there. Does that say military? I don't know. But it's open, so let's check it out. I do not like the barbed wire, but not sure if I'm supposed to be here. No, I'm not going in there. I have a bad feeling about that. Let's get out. So remember before I said that Bergen's not the port that I remember. It is, because there's a cable car here that goes to the top of the mountain, and I actually walked up there. I think it took like 2 hours or something. If you go around the building, you can walk all the way to the top there, and the view from there is amazing. So that's what I did the last time I was in Bergen. I do remember coming here because I remember walking right down this street, because it was raining the last day that I came here, and I'm pretty sure there's a market down here next to the water. Smells like fish. We're not even going to talk about the prices. Absolutely outrageous. I will tell you these prices. A whale burger or a moose burger is $20 US just for the burger, or you can get a reindeer hot dog for $8 US. And from the market you can see the top of the mountain. That's where I went last time I came to Bergen. That was my time in Bergen, Norway. I like it a lot. If I had a choice to go to Oslo or come to Bergen, I would definitely come to Bergen. Let's go back to the ship. Every time I come back to the ship, I always think, phew, didn't leave without me. I am back in the cabin now. I hope that you enjoyed seeing Bergen, Norway. I mentioned it a little bit earlier, but we do have an itinerary change for tomorrow. Let me show you the letter that we received. So it says, due to safety and bad weather, we have to change the port for tomorrow. Absolutely no problem. I don't understand people that complain about an itinerary change because of weather. I don't want to go there if it's dangerous, so no complaints at all. So yesterday we were in Flam, today Bergen, and then tomorrow Kristiansand. All three of those are Norway, and we were supposed to go to Stavanger tomorrow, which was going to be a new place for me. Never been there before. I don't know if I've been to Kristiansand. I think I have, but once I see it, I know if I've been there or not, but I don't know if I have. But nothing you can do about the weather. I don't want to go there if it's dangerous, so don't complain when there's an itinerary change because of weather. Okay, anyway, let's go get lunch. By the way, I'm not saying don't be frustrated or annoyed about an itinerary change. Of course, if you had plans, if you had an excursion, but don't complain. What are you going to do? Complaining is not going to do anything, but I understand when it's frustrating. Welcome to the Costa Diadema. This is the indoor pool. It is so hot in here. When it's hot outside, it gets extremely hot in here, but this is where the buffet is. So let's go get lunch. Check this out, lunch with a view. I talked about it in the last video. It's so hard to not just eat all day on a cruise ship. So here is lunch number 2, burger, fries, and of course cake. It is now 2:30. My dinner is at 6:30. So after this, no more food. Gonna wait till dinner. Just taking a walk on the outside decks here. Sorry if it's a little bit windy, but the weather is beautiful right now. We're almost at sail away time. It is 5:20 and we're going to be leaving at 6, so it's almost time to leave. And we've been so lucky with the weather in Norway in general yesterday and today. Tomorrow's going to be very interesting because it's a replacement port, so hopefully the weather is good there, because of course we had to move ports because the weather wasn't good where we were supposed to go. But I love this time of day, just getting ready to leave. Going to be sailing away very, very soon. This is the back of the ship. There's an outdoor pool here, and the last 2 days have been the best weather we've had so far this cruise, so people have been definitely hanging out on the outside deck. And here is the other side of the ship. Beautiful today. When I did the Iceland and Norway cruise last year, it was during the midnight sun, so the sun never ever set, which was just unbelievable. It's a feeling that I just will never forget. You go outside at midnight and it's still like this. It's still sunlight outside, and it doesn't get fully dark now. It's May now and it doesn't get dark, which is so cool. So I'm hoping we can see some whales maybe. Again, sorry if it's a little bit windy, but just look at it. It is beautiful. Oh my gosh, people are so lucky they get to live here. It is amazing. But of course the weather does help, because if it was raining it would be miserable. London's the best when it's sunny, but when it's raining it's not nice. But it's just amazing. I could look at it all day. Cruising is so much fun. Like, if you've never taken a cruise before, I highly recommend it. And Norway is cool because once we sail out, there's just so much green, and then you'll see like a group of houses, then you see one house on its own, and then you see a group of houses, then you see 2 houses. Like, who lives there? Who is living all the way out there in the middle of nowhere? I bet it's amazing. I bet the views are amazing, but who lives there? What do they do every day? What you saw before was a dance class. Now they have a fitness class, and that is Pamela. She is the happiest crew member on the ship. She's always so happy. She's Brazilian and Chinese. Do you feel like you have no time to go outside and get some exercise? Let me tell you about the YESOUL G1M exercise bike. Yes, exercise bikes can be expensive. Who needs to pay thousands of dollars for one? But YESOUL is up to 80% cheaper than the competitors on the market today. Let me show you some of the features of the G1M exercise bike. Pretty much everything that you can see is adjustable. The handlebars are adjustable. The seat goes up and down and forwards and backwards. Yes, that is a 21.5-inch screen. One of the main advantages of YESOUL is there is absolutely zero monthly subscription. If you go with one of the leading exercise bikes on the market, you're going to be paying a lot of money every single month just to use your own bike. YESOUL, they don't do that. Right now it's plugged into my phone from the cable provided. So is this an expensive workout video? Absolutely not. This is YouTube. I'm connected to YouTube through my phone and I pay $0 for this. That means that you can watch whatever you want while you're working out, stick a movie on, or maybe watch your favorite YouTuber as well. YESOUL products are extremely affordable and top quality. You don't need to spend thousands of dollars to get your own exercise bike. There is a link in the description so you can start your workout journey today in the comfort of your own home. And I'm ready to go for this evening. Here is tonight's outfit. Tonight's theme is casual. Let's go. They just made an announcement to say expect the ship to be very rocky tonight and some of the outdoor decks might be closed. Looking at the map of Norway, we are leaving Bergen right now. We have to go past Stavanger, which was the cancelled port for tomorrow, to get to Kristiansand, which is the replacement. So I guess we're going through the bad weather area. So let's see what it's like tonight. We only just left Bergen. I can feel the ship rocking already. It's going to be a rough night, I think. Dinner was pretty good. I never ever had mackerel before, so that's the first time. I liked it. It was okay. I prefer cod, but the veal, that's the winner tonight. And the dessert is always good on a cruise ship. I have no idea why. Let's go straight into the show. This is the show tonight, and it's just started, so let's go. That was a good show, not as good as Pavarotti, but the highlight of the show was definitely a Spanish man telling an Italian woman to be quiet. She was speaking so loudly, so hearing those two have an argument in broken English was definitely funny. Just taking a walk through the shops here. Designer stuff, a lot of expensive stuff, and it's funny, you can buy like a watch or a handbag and it will cost more than this whole cruise. Came to the buffet to get some cake. I accidentally got two again, chocolate and vanilla. If you ever want to know how rocky the ship is, look at the pool. It's swishing around a lot. The ship is moving, and also they closed the outdoor decks because it's so windy out there. I'm looking for whales. And that is the end of the day. I think that tonight has been my favorite evening on this cruise so far. It's been so much fun. The show wasn't my favorite, but it was still okay. And then since then, I've been in the rock club for like 2 hours listening to Igor. He's the singer in there, and then the Red Angels band. I requested some songs, and it's just been so much fun. By the way, it's kind of difficult to film in the evening just because I was in there for 2 hours. Like, I can only really upload like 20 or 30 seconds. I can't upload 10 minutes, you know. So just because it goes quick on the video, it doesn't mean it's going quick in real life, you know, because it's almost midnight, and this is what's going on right this second. That is the Latin party in the atrium, and I feel like the whole ship is there. It is crazy. There's people on the balcony, everyone's dancing. The music is so much fun. I have no idea what they're saying in the songs. I can't understand the Spanish songs, but it's so much fun. They had a guitar player, then they had the DJ. It's literally still going on right now. I've been on this ship for a long time, and I have my complaints about Costa, but the live music is definitely not one. There is so much live music going on every single evening. There's a piano bar that I never go to. There's 2 other lounges that I never go to. Like, it's so much fun. Like, my favorite is the rock club. I love going in there because I love that kind of music. And then just the parties every single night. There's usually a party at 11, and then there's a disco at midnight, which I've never been to the disco because I've never been awake that late, but it's so much fun. Tonight was so good. I mean, the whole day was just good, to be honest. The ship is rocking a lot right now. It's been rocking all night. People have asked me, do I get seasick? Not really. I never really have. And of course, I worked on ships before, so that definitely helps. It actually helps me sleep. So like, the ship is literally like this right now. Like, I can feel it. You see people walking down the corridors like this. Like, it definitely helps me sleep. But tomorrow's going to be interesting. I don't really know what to expect. I have no idea what the weather's going to be like. I think it's going to be bad because we're kind of going through the danger zone right now and like through the night, and then tomorrow is of course a replacement port. We weren't supposed to go there, so I don't think the weather's going to be that good, but who knows. Hit subscribe to see what happens in Kristiansand, Norway tomorrow. I'm excited to see a new place. Today was a great day. I'm so happy to be on this cruise. Like I said, I've had my complaints, but right this second I'm very, 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 very happy. So thank you so much for watching this video. That helps me do more cruises. A few more days left on this cruise. That means a few more fun videos coming up. See you tomorrow. Goodbye.